warm welcome to my buddy, your CEO, founder of Networks, Mark Petticoat.
Day, I love, like a proud dad, I'm watching a lot of these leaders that I remember when, and all of a sudden, they're bringing the boom, and it's good stuff. How many learned something today that you're taking away with it today? I tell you, I'm excited, and I like seeing that. 20,000 people at conference and changing lives, that's what we do. I was thinking throughout the day today, you've heard a lot of stories, you've listened to a lot of people, but right now, I want to bring it down to not all the stories you've heard, but about your story. And when you leave today, that's what it's going to be about, is your story. Elbow the person next to you, wake them up and say to them, he's talking about your story. Your story. Right, not a hard elbow.
Your story.
So, you've heard us talk about legendary. You'd be like, man, Mark, that's a big word. And to define that, legendary is a journey. There's some people that go fast. There's some of us that takes a little longer. The greatest thing about it works is you don't have to decide, are you going to be the turtle or the hare? You can be the turtle and get there, or you can be the rabbit, go fast and get there. But what matters is you get there. And, that happened yesterday. I'll tell you a few examples here in just a minute. But, when we talk legendary, when we were at conference, we said, good's paying off your credit cards. Great is paying off your mortgage or maybe your student loans. That'd be great, right? But legendary is a whole nother level. Legendary is paying off your mom's bills. Yesterday, we put some numbers out there. We got green carpet coming, we're going to talk about in a few minutes. And we've got some events we're doing at green carpet, and we got 150,000 people we're paying every month. And we put out there our top 150. Now that's like, when they complain on TV about the 1%, these people are the 1%. They're the issues, not. They're the solutions. But what was cool was, I was watching some people get there in a hurry, but it was fun for me to sit back and see some names. I saw Susie Rios, she's here somewhere. Where you at, Susie? She says to me, 8 years, and I finally made that top 150. You think that's worth it? 8 years. Someone was FaceTiming Sarah last night. Sarah Rankin. She jumped into the top 20. And she's been with us 8 years. And so I want to make sure you hear, it doesn't matter how quick. Now, if I had my choice, I'd rather get there quickly. But what I like is people with grit. That people that their story is going to be getting there. And that's what makes it special. So your story today, as you're leaving here and you're starting to dream a little bigger, you're starting to have a little vision, you're starting to think about how you're going to take it to the next level. When I think legendary, I'm thinking of different things. Paying off those bills are great. How about a trip to Disney World? Maybe it's a new house. Maybe, I know a lot of our leaders have added pools. I should have gone into the pool business so I have shares of all the pools you guys are building with your houses right now. But what else is legendary is those first steps. It's going to Target and not having a calculator to make sure you're over your budget. choices that you get to make, not being over budget. It's taking your kids to the park any day of the week in the afternoon when everybody else is at work. Those things are legendary also. And what I want you thinking about today is that road to legendary. You know, you took the first steps by showing up today. 80% of success is just showing up. So congratulations, you showed up. I want you to take this away today. Don't settle. Don't settle. You know, whatever it is that's in front of you, whatever your why was, whatever your goal was, make sure you got the will, the heart, the grit to get there. And, you know, to me, what's sad is someone being so close to the success and an obstacle makes them quit. Or they let an obstacle get in the way and they don't even realize how close they were. You know, when Cindy and I was teaching and coaching, she was wanted to stay at her heart's desire to stay at home with the kids, and she was doing a lot of things to add to the income there. We never knew there was an industry with no ceiling. See, in this business, there's no ceiling. We put ceilings sometimes. You know, you'll hit diamond and you're trying to get to double diamond, and you'll say, I don't know another person in the whole world. And you're hitting against that ceiling. And yet, all this is busting through a level to get to another level. Last night, when I was talking to the leaders, I always try to find something that I really want to call out when I come to a town or call an area. And I told the group last night, was our leaders, I said, I want to talk about getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And what I love is I heard that on the panels quite a bit today. That means at least 7 people were awake last night. No, we had a great group last night. They were awesome. But it's getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. You know what's uncomfortable? That first blitz. That first blitz, man, you can freak yourself out. Like, you start thinking all these things. They're gonna smack me. They're gonna say no. They're gonna totally embarrass me. You're thinking all this stuff, your first blitz. First party. You heard it up here about no one shows. And it happens to every one of the top leaders. You know, I was thinking about, last night I picked on Brandon a little bit. I was thinking of a few others last night. I saw Carla. Where's Carla Burns? I saw you here, Carla. Carla, we were taping, our headquarters was here in Grand Rapids. And we were taping as Carla come in and tape. And she was doing a video for us. And she maybe didn't get it on the first take. I don't remember what the video was. But Carla says, Mark, you make me nervous. You need to leave the room. I said, Carla, I own the company. I'm not going anywhere. Now she's like up here like a pro. Debbie Sasek, I saw you. Where are you, Debbie? I saw you here. So now Debbie's a party. What is that, Blue Mike? She's a party. We almost went bankrupt as a company. We were having our leadership event, and there's only like 9 of us. And we were doing last call in the room, and she started double fisting all these margaritas. I'm whispering, we can't afford it. Get her over here. But Debbie she wouldn't talk in public. And she would be like, I can't. We'd say, Debbie, just go up and start tonight. Just say hi, welcome everybody, and introduce the first person. And man, she had to fight that. She was uncomfortable. You know what it changed for her? When she went diamond and that room was full of diamond coating for her. When she looked out and went, wow, we got to do this right, because all these people make my check go up. And all of a sudden, she was confident. You know, last night, I talked about Brandon. I wasn't going to say it, but it was so funny, I got to tell you. We're doing a conference, and we were starting on Thursday night. I think we had about 500 people. It was our yearly conference. And, you know, we had our top leaders, so Brandon and Denise were going to be up here, and Denise, right before we started the night, said, hey, Brandon doesn't want to speak in public. He's not going to come up with me. Just introduce me. I'm like, all right, that's kind of disappointing. I want to give him recognition. He's doing a great job. Okay. And so we started, and I haven't introduced them yet. I'm just talking like I am now. And I was getting ready to, and someone hands me a note. I'm on stage talking, and they hand me a note. So I'm trying to keep talking, but I'm reading the note, and it says, Brandon has decided he will introduce him, he will come up. Okay, really cool. So I kept going, all of a sudden, same girl brings another note. No, don't introduce Brandon. He's a black diamond today. So all of you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable. There's something in all of you. Now my Reds, you guys aren't uncomfortable being on stage. If I said Reds on stage, you'd be sprinting up right now. But a lot of that first time, you know, the panels today, you guys killed the panels. Those were awesome. Good job. But how many were a little nervous? How many had the voice kind of right up in here a little bit? Yeah. But you know what? You're getting comfortable being uncomfortable. That's what this business is about. No matter where you're at, when you promote, you do your first promotion and you're like, yes, I did it, I'm comfortable. No, you gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta go to the next level. That's why we call it another level. You gotta keep going. Keep pushing yourself. Not settling. Getting uncomfortable so that you're never settling. How about this one? You gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable about claiming all of us as part of your family. Well, you're now part of our family. You'll leave here today and it's not as nice out there. You know, they'll be here, we're supporting each other, we're high-fiving, we're saying, you got this, excited for you, we're telling you you're worthy, and then you go out there, and your mom, your sister, your best friend, what are you doing? You can't do this. So we have to support each other, give you that confidence to get to that first level. So promoting, leading, being on stage, I want you to promise me that you're going to work at being comfortable and being uncomfortable. Are you ready for that? Now, when I think about things that scare me, what really scares me is knowing that you, every one of you in this room, you can check everything off your dream board. But you let some obstacle stop you. You let some doubt that gets in your head stop you. That's scary to me. That's more scary than dying of giving someone a blitz card. And yet some of us need to really, really think about that. And I love our panels today talking about, we're going to celebrate every level. We're going to celebrate at each level getting that first customer. Yes, we did it. Sign up that first team member. We did it. You know, sometimes some of you, some of our leaders, we all go through this. We go through a slump, or we go through a lull. Things are going great, and then it slows up. You know, we think all the leaders here that their journey was like this. But it wasn't. I guarantee you, it was like this. And it took a while to get to here. You know, I was thinking, sometimes you miss a promotion, you miss a rank advancement, you have some naysayers. You gotta fight through it. I was thinking of once when I came up here. I was thinking Fallon was up here. Fallon, where are you at? You know what I loved? Where's she at? Oh, there she is. So, Fallon, now this is bold. I like bold. You know, I was a basketball coach. I want my players bold. I hate it when you get in a huddle and there's like 10 seconds left in the game and you need to take the last shot. And you go, okay, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm the coach. I want to take the last shot. I can't. You know, and I'm like, all right, we got this. Who wants the last shot? And there's like 8 people and they all point to the person next to them. You know, you're like, whoa, we got a problem. So I like when people are bold. So Fallon, at the beginning of this month, she sends a message to Cindy and I, to Pam, to Cammie, and she says, I'm going ambassador. I said, great. You know, I love when people call it out, baby. Do it. We got you. We're with you. You know, about 2 days before end of the month, Fallon came back and says, hey guys, I'm not going to get ambassador this month, but I've got it set up, and I'm going to fight through it. Next month I'm going to get this done. Now, I knew that took guts. Here's what happens a lot of times. Someone will tell me they're going to do something, and then I never hear from them again. They disappear. But Fallon came back and said, and that had to be hard because she put it out there. But she's going to get it done. What I loved was her integrity. She celebrated all the people's promotions on her team. She spent all the time high-fiving other people. Great job, Emerald. Great job, double diamond. Great job, triple diamond. And she celebrated that. And I've seen some people, you know, were so red that we let our competition get in front of us, and people have tried to buy a position or pay for maybe or force it. But then they don't have a strong foundation. And Fallon said, you know what? I'm going to keep building. I got this, and I'll get it next month. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate you. But it's not going to happen by just hoping it happens. It's going to happen by fighting through that. So when I got that message from Fallon, that's what I saw. I saw her saying, doggone it, I didn't get it. But you watch what I do next time. I think each one of you got to be able to do that. If you're sitting up there, I remember sitting up there. All I could think about, I kept staring at these people. And I kept going, man, they don't look any different than me. Well, a few of them did. We'll get that on the way home. You know, maybe they're not smarter, maybe they are. But I watched how they walked. I watched how they did that parade across here. And all I kept thinking is, I want that so bad. I want to do that. You know, at the time I was teaching and coaching, so I saw a teacher and a coach go across, and I watched everything that person did, thinking, I can do that, I can do that. I remember they told how much they made, and I was like, man, I have to do that. And so today, if you're sitting up there right now, and you're thinking, I'm going to be down here, it's leaving here today, knowing it's your story, but being committed to what you got to do to get there. And then if you're sitting down here, some of you are rocking, some of you are exploding. You know, we had that top 150, we had a bunch of new people jump in the top 10. But it also means there's some people who fell out of the top 10, because you can only have 10. I'm the math teacher. Top 10 is 10. And I was 11 one time in a company. 11 is like the worst number in the world. I mean, 150,000 people, you ought to be excited about 11. And yet, you're so close to top 10 that you're mad about it. You can't even celebrate it. I told him last night, I finally went from 13, 11 to top 10. I made 10. I'm so excited about 10. We were at convention. They brought us on stage. We got pictures for top 10. I'm walking off. This little old lady hands me a pool ball with the number 9 on it. And she says, single digits are a lot better than double digits. And he's like, here we go, back into therapy. So, when you leave today, I want you really thinking about what you're committing to, what you're doing. You know, every day, we got to focus on the steps to success. We've got the amazing Go and Go Fast bonuses right now. I mean, they are truly, truly amazing. You want to change your life? If you're wanting a hobby and you want to make a little extra money, it's a great place to be. But if you're also saying, I want this to be a career, I want it to be my profession, man, those Go and Go Fast bonuses can get there in a hurry. So make sure you know where you're going, what you're on track for. Get in wire, get down on the wire, make sure you do that so you know your goal. If you don't know where you're going, how can you get there? You've got to know your target. And then realize these leaders that I've been talking about, they started just like every one of you. They started day one as a distributor and started one customer, one rep at a time. And the only thing that separates them from you right now is time and getting busy. So if you commit, you've got it. We've got the vehicle for giving people hope. It's the greatest thing in the world. You're trying to change your life, but in the process, you get to change a lot of other people's lives. Isn't that pretty wild? If you're not where you want to be, that's okay. You get knocked down, you get back up. I'm asking you to have that grit, have the heart. First step is just join the party. You're rapping, you're blitzing, you're repeating it. If you're a diamond, you're shooting for double diamond, you're going to triple to presidential, presidential to ambassador, ambassador to black diamond, ambassador to 2.0, and you get to show it again, that you can do it again and again and again. It's the greatest thing. It's one skill set. You get better and better and better. And you know, the greatest thing is, it's a warm market. You're talking to people. You're trying to find them just like yourself. They just want more. You just want a vehicle that works. When I first got into direct sales, it was because I didn't know there existed another way. I thought I had to answer the bell. I was 30-some years old. And when the bell rang, I had to be in the classroom still. I didn't like it in 8th grade. I sure didn't like it as a 35-year-old. And yet, that was our life. This gives you the vehicle to not even own an alarm clock. You get up when you're done sleeping. Isn't that a way to live? So, here's what I want you to take from today. I want you to leave with confidence. I want you to leave with confidence. I want you to leave with the courage to try. See, confidence is going out there and just trying something one more time. Hesitation is the enemy. If you leave here right now confident, but you get out there and you're like, should I give that person a blitz card? Should I not give them a blitz card? I think they need to be blitzed. No, I'm not for sure. No, they don't want this. As soon as you hesitate, you lose. As soon as you overthink, it kills confidence. So when you leave here today, I want you to have the courage not to think. Don't overthink it. Don't hesitate. Be bold. Know what you're doing. Last night, when we were talking to our top leaders here, they are doing this. And if they haven't, they got the opportunity to plant a flag right now that can change the whole history of their family lineage. Man, that's heavy. But that's true. I was telling them last night, I got 3 grandkids. And man, I'm spoiling them rotten. That's my goal. And what are you going to do? When you look in that mirror and go, man, I got a couple rejections and I really don't have the confidence to blitz, are you going to let that stop you from your destination? Are you going to let that stop you from the freedom that this company can give you? That this vehicle is giving people today? So I want you confidence. Realize this. You can't control how you feel. But you can control how you act. And the action you take. You know, I hear this a lot. I don't feel like cleaning my room. I don't feel like getting out of bed this morning. You can't control feelings. But you can control action and take an action. So when you leave today, I want you to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Comfortable knowing you may not have all the answers when you leave here, but you start with one customer, one teammate at a time, and you gather that confidence and keep building it. Don't overthink, be bold. Fear is a reaction. When you're afraid to have that first home party, when you're afraid to blitz someone, when you're afraid to make a social media statement, that is fear, it's a reaction. Courage is an action. So I want you to have a courage today to take your business to a whole nother level. And here's what I really want. Each one of you, talking to each one of you, you have a chance at this. If you're bold, you got the heart, you got the grit, I want to see you at the top. I want to see you at the top because the bottom is really crowded. So let's not hang out at the bottom. Let's go to the top. Celebrate our success. Celebrate winning. Go again. Confidence, courage, not being afraid, taking what you got today. Numbers show. Some of you are going to leave today really excited. Don't know what you're excited about, but you are excited. Some of you are going to take that excitement and go out there and just take some action. And all you got to do is duplicate yourself. It could be the hardest thing that you can say. Some of you will leave today and go, I love this. I just can't. I want your story today to be the story that today was the day you planted your flag and you said, I'm taking my business to a home. Can you do that today?